Good morning, boys and girls.
And welcome to another adventure with Jim and Karen
Welcome to Yellowstone National Park
in Wyoming. We are doing Fairy Creek to Fairy Falls and Imperial Geyser.
Yep. It's 9 something and this place is packed. We just lucked out and found a parking spot, but it goes all the way down the road.
Yeah, people don't know how to park.
No, they don't. Especially that knucklehead.
Right?
All right, this will be about 7 miles or so. We're supposed to be able to see some geysers over here. We'll find out. Come along for the ride. Ready, boo-boo?
I'm ready.
Okay, just starting right over the bridge, Fairy Creek. Karen says it looks more like a river. I told her it is. You can smell the sulfur. Sure is pretty. How many times am I going to say it today? Up creek. All right, lots of people. There's a little steam vent right there in front of us. So all this water right here coming down, it's coming out of the steam vents. There's another steam vent right here. Big old hole in the ground. It's amazing how they can be this close to the water, like we saw at the lake, with all that steam, and that water's ice cold. All right, we're just down the trail a little bit. There's a grouse right there. I don't know if you can see him. All these people walking by. Ain't got a clue he's even there. All right. Caterpillar crosswalk. Don't step on the fella.
Right?
All right, folks, point 6. You can come to the Grand Prismatic viewing point. You can walk straight ahead, but you get up top to be able to look down. So let's go check it out. Get a better view for you guys. All right, folks, so apparently they didn't need the wheelchair as much as they thought they did, because they walked the rest of the way up this steep mountain. Makes you wonder when you see all people riding around Walmart and other places in chairs because they're too damn lazy to walk. Okay, here we go. Shut up, Walter. All right, boys and girls. 0.81. We've come up 125 feet. That is the Grand Prismatic lake. Geyser. Hot spring. Whatever you want to call it. The other trail's down there. We'll come down there on the way back. There you see the boardwalk walks all the way around that. Okay, head to Fairy Falls. Okay, we came off the viewpoint. Made a right. Gonna head back down to the main trail. See you down there. All right, made it back to the trail. Don't walk out there. Sure is pretty. Okay, here we go. All right, boys and girls, we're at 1.15. We had to take a little detour. Fairy Falls is that away. There's a sign back there cutting that way through the woods, said detour, and we were like, what? Now we know why. It flooded there, so there's cattail, so it's pretty deep. All right, here we go. All right, boys and girls, 1.4. Where'd all the people go?
Bye.
Right?
Bye,
Trail's still nice and wide. Trees on both sides. Look for critters. You can't get lost. Well, first off, the trail's too wide. But even if it's snowing, they got them orange things in the trees. They're actually quite close to each other.
This does not look anything like Yellowstone.
No. Okay. All right, folks, 1.61. I'll come across a little creek with a bridge on it. It's pretty. Look at that. The sound of running water. That's all you can hear. And my voice. Okay. All right, boys and girls, we just hit 2 mile mark. Starting to go up a little bit. Notice these trees are pretty new growth. But all trees, how close they are laying in amongst each other. Although some of them you can see were sawed off. So I don't know what the purpose of that were. There's some with roots, but a lot of them seem to be sawed off. All laying there. I don't know if it was to thin out the forest. But there's a lot of firewood up here. Okay. Almost there. Hi, buddy.
Squirrel right there, looking down at me. Hi, buddy. I love you.
Karen walked right by that tree and he jumped. I think she's gonna have a heart attack. Okay, almost there. You all right, boo-boo?
Yeah.
Get your heart back in. Boys and girls, 2.59. Feel that breeze. There she be. All right, let's get up closer. All right, guys, made it to the log. Of course, you know we're going over this thing. Getting up close and personal. All right, boys and girls, here you go. It looks like it's really deep back there and kind of shallow in here. It's, it says 2-3 feet, but it's really deep back there. You can see by the dark spots how when that thing's in full-fledged. Hey, you can see where the water line is way up here. Okay, we're gonna take 5. All right, boys and girls, say goodbye to Prairie Falls. That's creating a lot of wind. And it's getting a little chilly. So we're gonna head over that way to Imperial Geyser. You probably can't see it, but I can see the steam coming up from here. It's probably about a half mile. All right, see you over there. Hi, little fella. How you doing? You doing okay? Good little fella. All right, we just stepped over that little bridge and we follow a creek. Pretty out there. This is Fairy Meadows. I guess if we lose the trail, whatever, look for the geyser smoke right there in front of us. About a half mile, I think. All right, here we go. All right, got us some swamp land. Somebody put some boards down here. Pretty neat. Not that I'm afraid to get my shoes wet, but I don't know how deep it is. Pretty neat. Here comes Boo Boo. Will she make it without falling?
I'm hoping so.
Don't kick that stump like I did right there. Okay, you missed it. Okay. I think we're out of the swamp. Okay. Out of the swamp. Back to the white path. See, this is what I was talking about. All the trees are cut down. I mean, some of them are there, but most of them have been cut. Probably thinning out the forest. But if there was a fire in here, all that would go up. One would think they would remove it if they're going to thin it. Okay, let's get on to that geyser. All right, guys, 3.1. Fairy Falls is way over there, coming down. We're in a big old meadow. You see steam. There's more steam coming up from that one a minute ago. See, it stops, so that's the geyser coming up. Beautiful, though. Looking for the critters. Folks, right after clearing the meadow, you're going to come to a fork. That one you can go to Imperial Meadows or Imperial Geyser. Or we can go to this one too. We're going to hit a small one first in Imperial and then whip back around. So let's go this way first. It's basically a little loop. Alright guys, we're at the smaller one. Looks like it's getting ready to spout. Just up a little bit.
That's the smaller geyser.
Yeah.
It's spouting over there, you can see it.
Looks like that white stuff you sprayed on your Christmas tree when I was a kid.
Right.
That's some hot water. Yeah, that's spouting up now. Let's go on the next one. Check this out, walking upstream to Imperial Geyser. That's some hot water, buddy. Sure is pretty. Gotta get a pic of this. Check this out, guys. I can feel the heat. You can also smell the sulfur, but I can feel the heat here. Okay, should be right up here around the corner. Well, I guess it's a good choice to come this way first, as we are going walking upstream and seeing all the little water features. There's a big waterfall up there. It's so pretty. Look at that. All right, let's get up to that big waterfall. All right, guys. You can tell it's hot. You see steam. Obviously, this tree didn't believe it, and it found out. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? All right, geysers over there, I think. All right, guys, almost there. Look how it's just eating that stuff away. Right there in front of us. That's so pretty. Yeah, so make sure you come up first cutoff so you can walk upstream and see all these. If you walk downstream, you have to keep turning around. This is amazing. Okay, almost there. All right, guys, 3.50. Welcome to Imperial Glacier, or Geyser, sorry. Deep hole there. We're gonna go on the other side and take a break since the wind's blowing that way and we don't smell the sulfur. We might get a better view with the sun is, so we'll see you right over there. All right, so right on the other side of the geyser. Can you see the mud bubbling? You don't want to get too close. Look at that. That stinks. That is freaking amazing. Wow. We're gonna go over here and have a picnic at lunch. All right, looks like somebody turned off the water. It just stopped. You can hear the bloop, 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 bloop. Oh, here it comes. Somebody turn it back on. Oh, that was a tall. Ooh, that's a tall one. When that's not on, you can look over here and bloop, 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 bloop from the mud. All right, picnic at lunchtime. All right, boys and girls, say goodbye to Imperial Geyser. It's waking back up. Notice that the longer it pauses, the more it erupts when it does come back up. That's beautiful. We had 2 people, 4 people, 6 people up here, off and on. That's it. So if you want a geyser all to yourself, this is the place to come. These things are so neat. When the geyser's not popping, you hear bloop, 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 bloop. You hear it down there. All right, time to head on back. What do you think, boo-boo?
I think it was great.
Right.
Any day.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
A little bit behind it before we leave. This is water. Steam bubbles right there. See bubbles coming up out of it. Let's see what this big one is. Yeah. Don't want to get too close to it. There's still bubbles coming out of it.
Maybe they're old.
Big hole over there. All right, let's hit the trail. So we came up that way. We're gonna finish the loop and head on back. If we don't see anything amazing, which we probably will, we'll see you back at Fiona. Dorothy. Boy, these are some thick woods through here. Path is still nice. Haven't made it back to the junction yet, but we will. Guys, made it back to Fairy Falls. A lot more people here now than there was when we got here initially. But I think the majority of them stopped back at the overlook. A lot of them come up here, and hardly none of them go to the geyser. We was talking to people up there. They asked if the geyser was worth it. I said, hell yeah. Personally, I like it better than the falls, but that's just my opinion. Had the geyser all to ourselves, basically. There's a little chipmunk. Same one we passed this morning. That means they finished going up that hill, came down that hill, and traveled half mile or mile this way. And nobody around. Must be a ghost scooter. All right, folks, not 5.93. That's the cutoff going back up there. We're gonna stay straight so we can see what this looks like. Lookout's right up there somewhere. But we're gonna get a view of the basin. What's good as we're approaching the cutoff, coming down, as you can see from the overlook. So all you're gonna see is people. So we'll see you back at Fiona. All right, boys and girls.
That wraps up another adventure with Jim and Karen. We are still in Wyoming in Yellowstone. We just did Fairy Falls and Imperial Glacier, or Geyser, sorry.
She's tired.
I'm tired. We did 7.7 miles and I got an elevation of 633.
Wasn't bad.
Wasn't bad. I can't choose between the two. The Geyser was amazing.
All to ourselves.
Yes.
10 feet away from us.
And the one path that we took going to the small one,
You gotta go
absolutely
up,
amazing.
You gotta go upstream.
Yes, and it is so amazing. Coming back through the loop, it's just a forest. I mean, it's still pretty, obviously. Take the other way.
Yep.
So
if you go get here early,
yes,
there's still lots of cars. I would say out of 100%, 95% would come to the overlook.
right.
That would leave 3% to go to
Fairy
Falls, and the last 2% to go to the geyser.
Yep.
That's how many people you're gonna see.
Right.
Yeah, so 95 of these cars just going that thing.
Right.
But it was great.
It was fantastic.
Yep.
We need to get out and do it.
Yep.
So we're gonna wrap this up. Tomorrow we're gonna be at Earthquake Lake in Montana. So God bless, be safe, and go take a hike.